Title: Between Blood and Love. The late summer sun cast golden rays over the sleepy town of Wrenhill, where the streets still whispered old secrets. It was the kind of place where everyone knew each other's names and their business. Daniel and Lucas Carter had grown up in Wrenhill, but their paths had diverged as they entered adulthood. Daniel, the older brother by 2 years, was the golden boy. Charming, ambitious, the first in his family to leave town for college and return with a degree in architecture. Lucas, by contrast, was the rebel. Restless, reckless, and too wild to settle into any mold the world offered him. He'd left town after high school and returned 5 years later with a scruffy beard, a motorcycle, and no clear answers. Their reunion happened the same weekend Evelyn Hart came back. Evelyn had been the girl next door, with sun-streaked hair and a soft voice that could soothe a storm. She had moved away with her mother after a bitter divorce, leaving behind only letters and the scent of lavender. Daniel had loved her once, quietly, in the way that boys do when they are too scared to say the words. Lucas had kissed her once behind the old church, wild and spontaneous, and never talked about it again. They both thought she was part of the past, until she wasn't. When Evelyn stepped into Carter's diner on a Friday evening, everything shifted. She wore confidence like a second skin, her eyes older, wiser, carrying a hint of something broken and something beautiful. Daniel was at the counter helping their father close up. Lucas leaned against the jukebox, nursing a root beer, watching the world through half-lidded eyes. She smiled. "Hey, boys." Daniel dropped the coffee pot. Lucas just smirked. "Well, damn. Look what the wind dragged back." That night, everything changed. Over the next few weeks, Evelyn became a fixture in Wrenhill once again. She took a job at the flower shop her aunt owned and moved into the apartment above it. Daniel found reasons to walk past there every morning, offering coffee and conversation. Lucas, meanwhile, fixed her bike and left wildflowers on her doorstep anonymously. What neither of them knew was that Evelyn wasn't just visiting. She was running, from a relationship that left bruises that didn't always show, from a life that looked perfect on paper but felt like a prison. "I never thought I'd come back," she admitted one night as she and Daniel sat on the porch swing behind the diner. "I never thought I'd see you again," he said quietly. "But I'm glad you did." Lucas watched them from his bedroom window, cigarette glowing red in the dark. He felt the old fire of jealousy kindle inside him, a feeling he hadn't known since they were kids, when Daniel always seemed to get everything first. One day he confronted her. "Why him?" he asked, catching her by the riverbank where she went to read. Evelyn didn't look up. "Lucas, no, seriously. You and me, we had something once. Or did you forget?" She turned then, her eyes stormy. "You kissed me once and disappeared. You didn't write, you didn't call. I wasn't good